Good afternoon. The State News. The State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has annulled the result declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which gave victory in the 16th June 2022 election to Senator Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party and declared Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola as the winner of the election. Given the majority judgment, the tribunal's panel's chairman, Justice Tese Akume, declared the election null and void after deducting the votes that were challenged by the APC candidate Adegboyega Oyetola. He subsequently deducted the overvoting observed from the votes scored by the candidate and declared that Oyetola won the election, having put 314,921, while Adeleke's scores came down to 290,266. Justice Kume added that the governorship election was characterized by overvoting and was not held in compliance with Nigeria's Electoral Act. However, in his minority judgment, Justice Obuli noted that the petitioner did not prove his case in line with the Evidence and Electoral Act. He maintained that the main evidence which the petitioner relied to prove his case was violated by Section 104 of the Evidence Act. The governor of Osun State, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has described the judgment of the governorship tribunal as a miscarriage of justice. In a release by spokesperson Malam Olawale Rasheed, Governor Adeleke vowed to challenge the rulings at the Court of Appeal. Governor Adeleke faulted the resolution of the overvoting question in favor of Mr. Oyetola, calling it an unfair interpretation against the will of majority of voters. While urging the supporters to remain calm, Governor Adeleke insisted that he remains the rightful winner of the July 16th election. He expressed his conviction that justice will be done at the end of the day. Nigerians have described the constitutional right of the people to seek redress in the court of law as one of the beauties of democracy. Those who spoke with Osbc News against the backdrop of the verdict of the governorship election petition tribunal maintained that there is no alternative to democracy. Our reporter Oluchi Amuda, who monitors the situation in town, now completes the story.
The day fixed to deliver judgment of the governorship election petition tribunal filed by former Governor Adegboyega Oyetola and the All Progressives Congress contesting the July 16 governorship election is just a normal day as they go about their normal businesses. To some others, however, it was a day for serious work. Those that fell within this category include security officers, journalists, and members and supporters of the various political parties who are eager to hear the outcome of the verdict of the tribunal. The police, in collaboration with other security agencies in the state, were positioned at strategic locations to forestall any breach of public peace. Supporters of the two political parties exhibited high sense of loyalty and solidarity as they came out in their numbers and patiently waited for the outcome of the verdict of the tribunal. Speaking with Osbc News, Campbell Michael Ebofi and Mr. Bimbo Aduola described the situation as one of the beauties of democracy. They maintain that the ability of political parties to always air their grievances through legal means will not only strengthen Nigeria's democracy, but also ensure that peace reigns in the town.
There are still processes to be followed after a tribunal. They can still go ahead if it's not pleasing to the parties. But it's one of the things that can really entrench good governance in Nigeria, that the democratic process is being followed duly so that there is no hanky-panky in whatever, and no one can just feel I can do what I want to do even if I have the authority or money or anything. But so far the process is there, and electorates are also there to judge and also to stand by their votes.
I will give confidence to people that when you cast your votes will be counted based on the beavers that is used to authenticate the voter, which naturally eliminates the issue of double registration. Beavers will take either of your face, or fingerprints, and other things. So I will encourage all our men, all our people, get your PVC, go to your polling units, get yourself accredited, and vote with the candidate of your choice.
The police had earlier appealed to parents to warn their children of words to stay out of trouble and not allow themselves to be used by politicians to cause crisis in the states. Oluchi Amuda, Osbc News.
The present administration in Osun State is set to take every necessary step that will turn the face of the hitherto neglected Owala Dam to a world-class befitting level. The Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adewusi, made this known during an assessment tour on the facilities at the dam. Sahid Abdiboje has the details.
And located across serene environments that could be used for multivarious purposes. The Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adewusi, amidst an array of dignitaries, visited dam to ascertain the level of facility decay due to neglection in the years past. Prince Adewusi expressed concern that such a dam could be neglected, maintaining that it has potentials of generating income to the state government if maximized. Prince Adewusi noted that apart from fishing, the dam could be designed as one of the world's best beach, tourist center, and as well as generating electricity for the usage of residents of the state. The Deputy Governor therefore explained that the present administration will leave no stone unturned at ensuring that the dam become functional.
It's something that the government can tap into to make best use of in so many ways. Like I've experienced today, the Owala Dam here serves so many purposes. One, supplying water to the community in general. It can be used for fishing purposes. At the same time, turbo can be installed to generate even electricity, not only for the corporation, at least even to be metered out to the society.
Speaking in an interview, the General Manager, Osun State Water Corporation, Engineer Modupe Olajokotola, noted that the dam has the capacity of generating 15 megahours, which will put an end to epileptic electricity supply in the state. She called on the state government to maximize the potential of the dam to the fullest.
We want the government to support the water sector so that this dam is regularly maintained.
From the office of the Deputy Governor, this is Said Adeboje reporting.
The state police has declared Rukayat Abisola Adekunle, the female person whose photograph is shown on the screen, missing. A statement signed by the Osun Police Public Relations Officer Yemisi Opalola disclosed that she left home for Ibadan on the 1st of this month and has not been seen. Abisola, who lives at AEB 20A Imaden Ilesha, Osun State, is 20 years old, fair in complexion with no travel mark. She is about 5 feet tall, speaks English and Yoruba fluently. The statement employs individual group who has useful information about the missing person to contact the nearest police station. Osun State Police Command has declared Oluwadamilola Alejo, a female person whose photograph is shown on the screen, missing. A statement signed by the police Public Relations Officer Yemisi Opalola on behalf of the Commissioner of Police State Command indicated that she left home on the 11th of this month at Orafidiya House, Parakin, Ile-Ife, and has not been found. Oluwadamilola, who is about 14 feet tall, aged 16 years, dark in complexion, and has no tribal mark, but speaks Yoruba and English fluently. The statement urged persons with useful information about her disappearance to contact the nearest police station. The photograph on the screen displayed the identity of one Matthew Aja, a male person who has been reportedly missing. A press release by the Commissioner of Police, Osun State Command, which was made available to newsmen by the Command Public Relations Officer Yemisi Opalola, indicated that Matthew left home on the 18th of this month and is here to be found. It says Matthew, who is 17-year-old, fair in complexion, has no tribal mark, and is about 4 feet tall. It added that he speaks Yoruba and English fluently and lives at Awoyeku Street, and Leyele Ile-Ife, Osun State. Members of the public who have useful information about where he can be found should contact the nearest police station. The State Police Command has described Ayeni Bitayo, whose photograph appeared on the screen, missing. This is contained in a statement signed by the Osun State Police Public Relations Officer Yemisi Opalola. The statement indicated that Ayeni Ibitoye left home on the 13th of this month to an unknown destination and has yet returned home. He is 25 years, dark in complexion, 5 feet tall, and has no tribal mark. Ayeni, who lives at Ibala Road, Ilesha, is Osun State. In Osun State, before his disappearance, speaks Yoruba and English language fluently. The place enjoys any person with useful information about his whereabouts to contact the nearest police station. The death has been announced of Mr. Dapo Adekunle of Adekunle's compound, Owuope, Bangan, Osun State. Mr. Adekunle, a practicing lawyer based in Ile-Ife, bids the word farewell on the 21st of this month, aged 53. Christian wake and commendation service for the deceased host this evening at the residence adjacent Magistrate Court of Bangan Osogbo Road, Bangan. Burial comes up tomorrow at the same venue. And that ends the state news on Osbc TV. Join us at 5 for the evening news. Good afternoon.